Well, good morning and welcome to Being Your Own CEO. This is our weekly hangout that is a success circle, sometimes known as a mastermind. Maybe success circle is a little bit more a modern term. So we get together to share experiences, give feedback, to remove stumbling blocks, share information, all of those good things that people do. So this morning we have a special program. However, as usual, I really like to give everyone an opportunity to introduce themselves, say a little something about your business, what you do, where you are, of course, because we're spread all over, which is really nice. That's the part of this that I really enjoy. And say if you've got an announcement, something that's happening to you right now, just a one-liner to let us know what you're up to. So let's see. I will start on the right-hand side this morning, which is the left-hand side for those who are viewing. So, Roland, away you go.
Hi, my name is Roland. I'm an internet marketer from Southern California, progressing into spiritual studies, and I'm just really anxious to hear what Jay has to say and learn from him today.
Right on, and welcome. Nice to have you back, Roland.
Thank you.
And Nathan, you're next.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my name is Nathan, currently living in Mexico. My thing for the last number of years has been freelance writing. I'm doing a transition as well into spiritual counseling. And the one announcement I do have is that in an earlier hangout with this group, we were talking about writing and people were asking me more about it. I'm running a blab this afternoon. A continuation of that, I'm just pasting the link in here. And if you want to join me, 3 o'clock, be happy to answer any questions you have about writing.
Right on. That's nice. I'll be interested to hear a little bit more sometime down the road about your blab experience.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Roland was there to help me.
I just finished Mayanna's course on running your own blab.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So next in line would be Jay.
Oh, hi. My name is Jay. My company is Affiliate Resources Incorporated, and I help people just like you get started in the world of internet marketing. And I have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
Any announcements? Going to Vegas the end of January, so I'll be hanging out with Carlo.
Right on. That means that you've got a whole lot of sign-ups.
Yes.
Yeah. Jay, I wanted you to feel comfortable. I'll let you know that I have bail money set aside for your visit.
Perfect. Yeah, I reserved all my spare cash for the vitamin bar where they stick you with an IV of B12s.
Right.
What's that? The Sin City bit? Is that what the bail is for?
Yeah.
I know. I've been watching a lot of Jail Las Vegas recently, just so I can prepare myself.
You have an Elvis costume?
I do.
You gotta have one of those. Okay, Craig, how about you? You're muted right now.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm outside Rochester, New York. I help my local businesses get online and get people coming in their doors, increase their customers through online sales.
Right on. And with all the changes that have been happening, they're going to need you even more.
Yes, they. Yeah, there are some people that were rather upset.
Well, it's good to be needed, Craig.
Yes.
So welcome. I'm glad you're here, Craig. And Carlos, how about you?
Hi, Carlos Savio, Las Vegas, obviously. I operate a comfortably small digital marketing agency here in Las Vegas on a one-to-one basis with, we'll call it the 55-plus market. And my announcement is I'm going to start developing a self-managed crowdfunding platform. I'm not the originator, but I can see that it will take up often a niche similar to blogging.
We need to talk, Carlo. I've got some resources for you.
Thank you.
Right
Okay.
on. That we'll have to have a conversation about what that's all about. So welcome, Carlo. We're glad you're here. Anne, how about you?
All right. I was just checking to see, what it's doing outside. I am in Victoria. It's windy and sunny and beautiful out there. And I am a bookkeeper and business manager and a brand new member of Wealthy Affiliate.
Right on. Cool. Nice to have you here, Anne.
Thanks.
And last but not least, Anna.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anna Fernandez in beautiful sunny Mazatlan for the winter, Mexico. I am a, what would I call myself, amateur web designer. I finally launched my first website, which I think if I calculated out the per hour rate, I earned about $1.50. Anyway, but it was a very good learning thing, and my next ones have been a lot faster, so I'm very happy to say that. I also provide a lot of travel protection plans for snowbirds, so that's me.
Right on. Nice to have you here. We got to know Anna when she in her summertime abode here in Victoria. So, and I might just say that a little bit about what I do. I do work style, lifestyle coaching. I'm particularly interested in working with solo entrepreneurs. I help them find direction and stay motivated and build systems and overcome that overwhelm that everybody talks about. I run this success circle once a week. I do 3-part beginners Google for business, which I'm very busily revamping right now because of all the changes. And I'm also a new member of Wealthy Affiliates. So so you can, for those of you who are out there, Anne and I were both in the audience when Jay gave his presentation. So that'll tell you a little something about his promotional abilities, that's for sure.
It's called a lay-down sale.
So I'm
No,
happy.
it's like friends and family.
Say again?
It's called a lay-down sale in the concept of when you sell something to friends and family.
Oh, right. Well, I've heard somebody else refer to, what was it, Amway ambush. So we got to be careful about all that. So I'm seeing that just before we give Jay the floor, I'm going to just put up Nathan's blab because Roland was kind enough to put it up in the comment stream. So there is Nathan's blab, so that anybody would like to go this afternoon. Did you say 3 o'clock? What time? Pacific time, Nathan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pacific time, 3 o'clock. I'm just going to run it for maybe an hour, maybe more. It depends on who shows up and what the questions are. And
yeah.
I'm pretty much open to anything, so we'll see what happens.
It didn't show the whole address, so you'll have to go to the comment stream and retrieve that.
Oh,
yeah, I was wondering.
Look at
I
that.
was wondering about that because I put it into the comment stream, but I don't. Oh, hold on a second here.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can take it. Hold on a sec.
Comment stream
Oh.
it communicates. It cuts things off.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but so you just direct people to the comment tracker, to
There,
the comment area, and
I just,
comments, just the comment. Just go to the community and the comment is under the Hangout.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just posted
So,
it into the comment stream. It looks fine. So I don't know. Maybe
yeah,
I made a mistake here.
it's just the comment tracker. Sometimes if the message is too long, it'll cut some of it off.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that'll be fun for us all to explore a blab with some people that we know. It's always a lot nicer to do something for the first time in a known environment. So that would so it's good on you, Nathan, for sort of taking the leap.
I
So,
had some help.
yeah. Okay, so this morning I want to make sure that everybody is aware of Jay. He does training for wealthy affiliates, and as well as a number of other things. And I'm sure our regulars, we've seen what Jay is able to explain. He always, when he's got something to explain, he always does it with such skill. So certainly everybody at Host was very cognizant of that, and the questions just went on, and so Jay, I want to I'm going to put you on the screen here, and so take it away.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Boy, it's such pressure now. You're putting me on such a high pedestal here.
But you're sitting down.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I want to do. Is I want this to not be so much me talking to you, but us having a conversation, similar to similar to our host meeting, and that's what I really like about speaking is it's not talking to you, it's talking. It's like, imagine there's a giant water cooler, around us here, and we're just chit chatting, and I guess you can say I'm leading the conversation. So. So if you have any questions down the road, like during the presentation while I'm talking, just go ahead and shout them out. No need to feel like you need to wait till the end or whatever. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do some screen sharing. So can everyone see that, the PowerPoint presentation here?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So let's go to our next slide. I actually don't know how to. I don't know if I could. Anyway, we'll just do it that way. All right, cool. So that's me. That's my name is Jay, and my company is Affiliate Resources Incorporated, and I teach internet marketing. I'm going to show you some pictures of me, and I'll certainly explain what you're looking at here. So the one on the left here that you see with me in these white faux fur jackets is me and one of the co-founders of Wealthy Affiliate at an ice bar in Las Vegas. And this is actually us. We had three choices. We can have, just like regular winter jackets, and we can have black faux fur, white faux fur. We thought, well, let's go with the white faux fur, because when in Vegas, live the life. And this ice bar is the entire enclosure is made of ice, including the glasses that you would drink your beverages out of. So that was cool. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is that the trip that I went on there in Vegas was paid for. So meaning, I'd earned that trip to Vegas by earning commissions. Now, the second one here that you see is the Volvo. And that Volvo I purchased entirely with Amazon commissions. And so basically we'd set up a little nest egg, and any commissions coming in from Amazon, we'd pool that towards buying this vehicle, so or a vehicle, and this one kind of came up. And so that's as the result of earning commissions online. Now the bottom one with the goofy picture of me holding, that is, for those of you who don't know, Canadian dollars. Those are Canadian $100 bills. And That's as a result of internet marketing, whereas I had someone hire me to build them a medical marijuana website, community website, and as you can see, clearly they paid in cash. So that's kind of cool. That was a lot of fun. But again, so all of these, are the result of earning commissions online or having the skill set of being able to do internet or online marketing. Now, one of the great things about internet marketing and online marketing is it becomes passive income. So it's income streams that are coming in. See, because once you get ranked inside Google for a website, then you have the ability to have these commissions come in on a routine basis. Because once you're inside the top rankings of Google for whatever niche that you're involved in, it's going to stay there, month after month, okay, with little additional work once you get it on there. Now, the reason why I'm saying this to you is because there was a situation in my life. It was actually almost a year ago. Back on December 31st, it was actually New Year's Eve, where I actually ended up being hospitalized for a period of 28 days. I was in the hospital for 28 days. I ended up having invasive strep A in my bloodstream, and that's me jacked up with, as you can see, severe edema, which is like puffy skin. From all the fluids they're pumping into me. I was in ICU for 13 days. I was on that, I had that BiPAP machine, which is that thing to help me breathe. My organs were shutting down, so I was basically dying. And that's what the nurses told my wife. They said, I don't know, we don't know if he's going to survive this. Get your affairs in order. So it was pretty crazy. But now the reason why I'm showing you this extremely embarrassing photo of me is, life throws you curveballs, and the great thing about a passive income or affiliate marketing is, while my time here inside the hospital, I didn't lose a single commission, I didn't lose any income, I didn't lose any rankings in Google, or I didn't lose any clients as a result of the efforts that I do. So that's cool. And it was a really neat. I mean, it was a real scary situation. I actually honestly don't remember much of it, but it really did solidify that, affiliate marketing and internet marketing is such a great way to have that nest egg to, a security blanket, if you will. So, all right, enough of that stuff. So let's talk about the following, okay? So what I want to do is I want to talk to you about, let's actually get into talking about, how to do, internet marketing. And I'll give you like a little crash course walkthrough on how to do it. And so the topics are finding a niche based on your interests, finding a keyword that people are searching for. I'll show you how to build a website inside an area called Wealthy Affiliate, and I'll build it, hopefully within around that 60-second mark. Writing awesome content based on a chosen niche. This is something that we'll probably end up more talking about as opposed to me actually writing, because I mean, you don't really want to see me write. It's be kind of boring. But and then we'll talk about monetizing content with affiliate links. So once you have a website up and you got some content on there, I'll show you how to get an affiliate program rolling. And then we'll of course talk about bringing traffic to your website. All right, so we're going to go through this PowerPoint real quick here, and what I am going to do is I'm going to stop the screen share, if I can do that here. Hey, there I am. Cool, awesome. And all right, so finding a niche based on your interests. So one of the great things about internet marketing is that you get to write about your hobbies and things that you actually like to do. And that's actually really important. I think it's very important that when you're doing any kind of online marketing or affiliate marketing, that it's important that you stay within a niche or a realm that you're familiar with. So if you have any hobbies or if you have any passions or you have knowledge in a specific sector, try to look for affiliate-based programs surrounding that. Now, what I would like to do, because I did say that this was a walkthrough, I would like to actually let's see if we can find a real niche today. Okay. Now, one person I would like to target, and I don't know if they know this or not, and she just left, Anna. I wanted to ask Anna because I've always been interested in what she does because oh, there she is, whoosh, there she is. So Anna, I was just saying that I'm interested in what it is that you do, this Metavacana thing that you do. But
Medevac Anna.
That was my next guest. There you go. So Anna, for those of you who don't know, she lives in, where are you right now? Mazatlan?
Mazatlan, yeah, I'm in the summer of Victoria.
Okay, well, sucks to be you, right? So, so Anna, do you have any hobbies or do you have any like passions that you think that you'd like to write about, other than traveling to warm climates in the winter time?
Well, I've discovered that there are a lot of ladies 50 plus that are single that live or would like to or come down for part of the winter down here. And there's a huge community. I'm very surprised. They're single for whatever reasons. But I think that's a good niche market for me because obviously it's relatable to me.
Okay.
I'm just trying to adapt to a new culture and, you know, the pros and the cons, blah, blah, blah. So basically that's my passion. I just started thinking about writing a blog so I can relate, because I get asked a lot of questions by single ladies down here, you know, how to maneuver this and that and how to adapt themselves to the community and that sort of thing.
Yes. Okay. Okay. If I can get you to mute. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so Mazatlan. So let's work with that. Let's work with Mazatlan, and let's see what we can discover around that particular niche. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share again, and I'm going to use what's called a keyword tool, and the name of it is called Jaxi. And so the funny thing about Jaxi is it's a British slang term for your rear end. So I don't know why they chose that name, but I think it's pretty darn funny. All right, so screen share. There we go. So everyone can see my screen okay there. Good stuff. All right, so I'm going to type in Mazatlan. So let's go move to Mazatlan. Now, what Jaxi does is it gives us an idea as to approximately how many people are searching for that particular term. Now, what it also does is it lets us know other terms that are related to that we might be interested in. Okay? And then what it also does is it tells us how difficult it would be for us to rank that keyword based on how many other websites are in, you know, Google and the search engines for that particular keyword. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to zoom in so you can see a little bit better. So our term that we decided to look at was move to Mazatlan. Now I'm going to hope that I spelt it right. I did? All right, perfect. All right, so let's go through the columns here. So this column here, this average column, gives us an average. So this is telling us approximately how many people are searching that keyword in a given month. So right now it's telling us that there are, on average, 24 people searching that every single month, okay? The next column tells us the traffic. So this tells us approximately how many people would end up being on your website if you were ranked in the top of the search engines, if you're ranked on the first page of the search engines for move to Mazatlan. Okay, so that's what that number represents. So it says, Jay, you know, if you had a website that was ranked for that keyword, you'd get about 5 people visiting every month as a result of that top rankings. Now QSR, this is where we get a little technical. QSR stands for Quoted Search result. And what that basically means is it gives us an idea as to approximately how many other websites I would be competing against within the search engine. So it says, Jay, there's 74 other websites that are ranking for that particular keyword, okay, just to let you know. Now the next one, which is my favorite one, is called the KQI indicator, and that stands for Keyword Quality Indicator. And what that tells us, it's a traffic light system, okay? So it basically corresponds to this, all right, in terms of the level of competition. So if I see a green light, it says, hey Jay, guess what? This would be a great keyword for you to try to rank on the first page because it has a low competition, meaning there's not that many other websites that are ranking for that particular key phrase. Cool. And SEO is another metric in terms of, it's rated out of 100, so if it's a higher SEO score, and it basically gives you, it's telling you that that keyword has the potential to be really good in terms of getting it ranked in the Google, okay? Last column tells us any domains that are available for that keyword. So it's saying, hey Jay, did you know the phrase move to mazatlan.com is available? Now, one of the reasons why it's telling us that that's available is because having your keyword in your domain, although it's not as significant as it was in the past, it still plays a role in terms of getting a website to rank on the internet, okay? All right, so now that you understand what all this stuff means, let's kind of zoom back out, and let's kind of take a look at some other things. Now, I personally think that's actually, I myself, I would explore that a little bit more. So, I would go like move down to, moving to somewhere else, like moving to maybe say Mexico or something like that. But in this, just for the sake of our presentation, let's just move forward with that, okay? Cool. So I'm going to just copy that. Now the next thing that I personally like to do is I like to actually Google that term just to get a gauge as to what I am up against, okay? All right, so I see the first one here is TripAdvisor, okay? Now I'm thinking, wow, man, that's TripAdvisor. That's going to be really hard to beat. But look at the date here. So this blog post, and it's a blog post, it literally is a blog post, is over 10 years old. So I think it's time for Google to get some new content, right? So for me, I think that's perfect. That to me looks like a great opportunity, okay? Mexperience.com, .net, look at that. So, someone talking about 2010. Here's another one from 2008, 2014, 2007. Excuse me. Okay, so I see this as a great opportunity. So this is wonderful. All right. So it's saying this is great. This is a good keyword, Jay. I think you should go for it. All right. So our next step. So now that we've determined that this would be a good keyword to kind of go after. So let me just kind of get rid of the I want to look at you here. Hold on a second here. Okay. So now that we've determined that move to Mazatlan is a good opportunity to get ranked, well, now we need to determine, well, how are we going to make money with this, right? How do we monetize this? So there's a variety of ways. So off the top of my head, that maybe there's a book or there's a guide. Now I know Nathan once upon a time had a website because he lives down south as well, and I know he had a website or he had an ebook on moving down to Mexico. So let's pretend that Nathan had that.
Okay. I still have it actually.
Okay, so let's pretend that Nathan has this and he has an affiliate program, and let's say his book costs $50 because it's a really in-depth guide on how to do it, right? And let's say his affiliate programs is 50%. So this says, hey Jay, every book that you sell for me through your affiliate link, I'll give you $25 for every single one. So from there, we can then determine, we can then promote Nathan's book if we want. But what we want to do is we want to explore some other avenues in terms of monetization strategies. Okay? Now, the travel industry is very popular when it comes to affiliate marketing because there's lots of opportunities to make money with it. Okay? This includes guides, ebooks, downloads, that kind of thing, right? But it also includes the travel accessory market. Okay, so for example, you know, let's say Anna writes about making sure your suitcase isn't too heavy. All right, and because if you're going to be doing a lot of traveling via air, you want to make sure you stay within the limits of, you know, within the limits of, you know, the travel restriction, weight restriction. So. And this is funny because I saw this the other day on Amazon, is there's actually little handles that you can buy that weigh your suitcase like on the fly, right? So, and it's something that you can actually attach to the handle. There's even suitcases that have these weights, these scales built right in. So do you see the connection here between, you know, Anna writing about, you know, hey, make sure you don't have, you know, make sure your suitcase isn't too heavy, right? You know, and she can, you know, say, oh, well, all you really need is your bathing suit, ha ha ha, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, but a good segue in saying, you know, here's a good travel tip is that, you know, pick up one of these travel weights for your suitcase. You can actually pick it up on Amazon. You can actually go buy it on Amazon online. Right? And then there would be a link to Amazon, and that link is an affiliate link because Amazon has an affiliate program. Amazon will pay you anywhere between 5 to 10% based on your volume of sales, and depend on, you know, what category it is that you're selling. Okay. So from there, she can then easily just go into that. So quickly, let's just quickly go to Amazon. Screen share. Okay, so let's call it suitcase scale. All right, so look at that. There we go. There's a whole bunch of them. Okay, and there I can see the price ranges from, you know, anywhere from $10 to, you know, whatever, it's $20 and kind of thing, right? So this is kind of cool, right? So this is great. So it's a lower valued, you know, commission here. So, you know, you wouldn't be making very much with this one unit. But let's think about this for a second here. So let me go back to my ugly mug here. All right, perfect. So that's just one item. That's one item from one blog post. Okay, so basically you're monetizing that one blog post with that one item. Well, what if she were to write, you know, every day or every second day, and would link back and forth to each blog post, and each blog post had a different monetization strategy, such as, oh, I don't know, hey, you know, whenever you're traveling on a bus, you might want to consider getting a money belt, you know. So, and then say, oh, hey, you can go pick up a money belt here. You can go to a store. You know, I personally like to buy it on Amazon because the shops down here in Mexico or in Mazatlan are a little more expensive, whereas I can get something delivered for a much more affordable option. Okay. Now, I live in Canada, so I honestly don't know if Amazon delivers to Mazatlan. That's how much of a Canadian idiot I am. So
they do actually. It's very popular down here.
Awesome. Okay, so that's very good. That's a really good thing. So it kind of solidifies that we're on the right track. All right. So now that we've found something that we're interested in, or Anna, we've determined, we found a keyword that, you know, there's some people searching for, and it would be really easy to rank. We've found that we can sell stuff through Amazon or like Nathan's book or you know, whatever. So this is really good. So this is a really good opportunity. So the next step is say, all right, well, let's go and build the website. So let's go do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump inside. Now, when it comes to building a website, the most common platform to build a website is WordPress. So now when it comes to building a website in WordPress, there's two things that you need to do. You need to build the website in WordPress, and then you need hosting. Okay, and what hosting is, for those of you who don't know, hosting basically, it's like, think of hosting in a website as like a trailer and a trailer park. Okay, a trailer park is where you're putting your website on. So the trailer is your website. You plunk in, you built your trailer / website. Looks beautiful. You know, you get people to come inside and you give them a beautiful experience. And then you need to put your website or your trailer somewhere. So that herein comes in the trailer park, where you rent the space to put your trailer on. So very similar to website and hosting. So you build a website and you need somewhere to host it, to put it on. And that's where web hosting comes in. All right. Now, one of the cool things about you know, as LA was mentioning earlier, I'm a live training coach inside a website called Wealthy Affiliate. And the cool thing about Wealthy Affiliate is they have hosting included. Okay, so it's one of those things where you don't have to go out and buy hosting. You don't have to install WordPress, all this kind of stuff, right? So I'm going to show you how you can build a website. Now remember, what did I say? In 60 seconds, right? All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So screen share. All right, so I'm inside Wealthy Affiliate, and oh, and look, there's our fiber arts that we did last week. So for those of you who weren't attending our host event last week, it was actually Anne who shouted out fiber arts, and that really caught my interest, and that was the website that we built. So all right, so let's go ahead. All right, so here I'm going to build the website. Now, we didn't buy the domain name, okay, yet, but you know, assuming that we did, we would go on a domain that I own. But because we want to kind of test this out first, we can choose a free website. So one of the cool things about WA is that if you don't own a domain yet and you want to just try Wealthy Affiliate, they'll give you 2 free websites, and it will reside under what's called a subdomain. So it's a really good kind of, I like to call it a sniff test, like in terms of wine, being able to check it out. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to build a free website, and what was our term again? Move to Mazatlan. So we're going to go move to Mazatlan, and we want to make sure that it's all one word. There we go. Move to Mazatlan.siterubics.com. Perfect. All right, step 2, name your website. So move to Mazatlan. Step.
N.
Oh, thank you. There we go. That's the other place, Mazatlan. You know, sounds more glorious, doesn't it? Okay, so move to Mazatlan will be the name of our website because that's the theme. All right, now I have to choose a theme. So I have a choice of 2,128 themes, as it says right here. Well, let's just pick one. So I like that one. That one's actually pretty cool. All right, so it says step 4, build your website. I'm ready. Build my website now. All right, so we're going to let that do its job. And so yeah, it usually takes around anywhere from oh, we're done. Okay. So all right, so here it is. So here's our core WordPress installation. Okay, so boom, we're done. We've built the site. So our next step would be to build, start building content. So let's talk a little bit about content. So whoosh. And this will be a nice segue for Nathan said he's doing a blab later on today. So Nathan is a copywriter, and well, once in his previous life, he was a copywriter, and I think he's got some pretty good skills. And I base that on some of the links that I've seen of his published work. So, if you want to hang out with Nathan and talk about his writing, his mad writing skills, that you can do that later on today. So, when it comes to writing within the affiliate space, my philosophy is to try to keep things really simple. Okay, so remember how we were talking about traveling to Mazatlan and we use the weight thing, and how I said well, you only need your bathing suits anyways, ha ha ha. That's the kind of thing that you really want to write about. Is you want to keep things really lighthearted. Now this really does depend on the niche. Okay. Now, in Anna's case, in the case that we've just talked about here, about our niche that we chose, we can easily make it into a lighthearted conversation piece, right? But let's say it's more of a serious niche, like avoid divorce or something like that, right? So obviously, you can throw some lighthearted pieces in there, but obviously it's a serious nature, right? So my point being is that, and this kind of falls back to what we talked about earlier, is really knowing your niche and being passionate and have a hobby of whatever it is. Because when you write about your stuff, it'll become way more transparent. Now, one of the biggest challenges that I see people have is coming up with ideas to write, okay? Well, here's where that Jaxi tool comes in. And oh, by the way, also Wealthy Affiliate has a keyword tool inside Wealthy Affiliate, and it actually runs on the same. It's Jaxi and Wealthy Affiliate are developed by the same co-founders. So the engine that's behind the Wealthy Affiliate keyword tool is the same engine behind the Jaxi tool. Okay, although one is one's a good engine and one's a bit of a faster engine, right? Ferrari versus Lamborghini, right? I mean, we can have that endless discussion. But so this is where your keyword tool comes into play again. So let me just quickly go back over to Jaxi.
VW versus Lamborghini.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what I would start doing now, when it comes to, now that we've built our site and we have to come up with ideas to write about. So we've got move to Mazatlan, and we can go travel. Let's just do a new one. We could say, travel Mazatlan. We say single person in Mazatlan. So this is why I like Jaxi, is that it does multiple searches at once, right? So you can do some real good power searching, right?
There's a couple of good suggestions in the sidebar there, Jake.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So as Craig mentioned, this is what's called a brainstorm column here. And what it does is it says, all right, well, here's some other keywords that are kind of related to it, if you want to go on and search that. So one of the great things that I like about Jaxi is that it actually does give you keyword ideas to create articles. Now, there's actually another really good source that does this, and that source is Google. Let me show you. So there's a couple ways to do this. So it says travel to Mazatlan, so we got this. And if we were to scroll down to the bottom, see, it says searches. I'll zoom in on that. It says searches related to travel to Mazatlan. So we've got, Mazatlan travel advisory, Mazatlan sightseeing, Turismo, violence, information, traveling to Mazatlan, warning. This would actually be a really good one right here. Personally, I think it's good because this is where you can say, you know, here are some existing ongoing warnings about traveling to Mazatlan, keeping safe. Here are some old warnings that are no longer applicable anymore. Okay, so you can reassure people that it is actually safe for a single person, as you say, over 50, to travel to Mazatlan. You say, even though you might see this in search, you know, here are the true facts. I'm living proof that I'm here, I'm safe, I'm enjoying my life, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So I can then go and click on these, right? So Mazatlan sightseeing, zoom out. And then I can actually scroll down to the bottom. Ooh, there's a nice one. Things to do in Mazatlan with kids. So staying within the over 50 realm, you might say that they're grandkids. Like, oh, my kids now have grandkids, and they want me to bring them to Mazatlan, et cetera, et cetera. Here's some great things that you can do within Mazatlan. Okay, so as you can see, I can go on and on and on here, but this is essentially the premise as to how to start building articles and content around. All right, so let's wrap this up a little bit, okay? And so what we just did here live in front of you is, I showed photographic evidence, if you will, of how affiliate marketing really can make a fun impact on your life. And we walked through building a live niche. So we found something where you're passionate about. We found something where we did some keyword research and we found a keyword to roll with. We found that there's products that we can sell related to that niche. We saw that the domain was available, so we would then buy that domain name. And I would, to be honest with you, between you and me, I would actually buy that domain name anyways because there's so many things that you can do with that domain, right? Because it's kind of I don't want to call it a vague domain, but it opens up. It's not too specific when it comes to, it could be like traveling to Mazatlan for a short period of time or for a long period of time, So at any rate. And then we built the website, and we talked about building content. We found some ideas on how to build content, okay? And it's, it's rinse and repeat. Now, is it going to be, all tickles and kittens and easy like I just showed you? No, of course not. You're going to obviously, everyone runs into realities and roadblocks, but this system actually works, okay? For example, inside Wealthy Affiliate, for the month of September, what we did is we did a live niche case study. Okay, and this was actually pretty funny. This live niche case study was when, I kind of did what we just did, but over a whole entire month. And for those of you who are already WA members, brand new premium WA members, I urge you to go watch those 4 videos in sequence. Okay. They're called the WA Live Niche Case Study. Now, I'm going to show you the niche here as our final piece. And this basically solidifies that you really can sell anything on the internet. Football snack helmets. Football snack helmets. So that's our keyword, football snack helmets. That's our website that we built over the period of a month. Here's our very elaborate website, as you can see. And very, very. So this is actually a football snack helmet. So there's you put chips, dip, all this kind of stuff, right? $59. These things are $59. Okay. So essentially, I get anywhere from say $4 to $6 per snack helmet. Okay, depending on the volume of sales. But because it's football season, people have been Googling these things like mad. It's unreal. And I'm a Canadian. I'm not the world's biggest football fan, so I had no idea that this was going to be as popular as it was. So and during the month of that case study, we ended up making about $400 by the end of the month with the actual case study. So that's pretty cool, and I really enjoyed doing that. That was a lot of fun to build, and it was one of those things where I did it in real time, built the thing over the 4 weeks, and that was awesome. So all premium WA members get to see those four. They're actually recorded in the series, so everyone gets to see those. So yeah, so there you go. That's there's the realm of internet marketing and affiliate marketing, and how awesome it can be with you. Now, I mean, if you want, we do have I do have the ability. I'll just kind of share the same link here I did the other day. If you wanted to test drive WA, you can actually go ahead and do that and go to affiliateresources.org/host. I kept that URL, and what that does is it gives you what's called a starter account at Wealthy Affiliate, and you can do exactly what I just did, where you can kind of kick the tires and you can test out the hosting system and build. One of the things that I recommend for people is just build practice websites, right? Within the starter account, just build practice websites. Build one, play around with it, delete it, build another one, or build two and mess around. Because it's going to, not only will it, like, regardless whether you become a premium member or not, you get to become you're a starter member for lifetime. There's no, it doesn't ever go away. So you always have those two websites to practice on. And I think it's a wonderful system because it's using WordPress, which is something. So even if you end up, just going off and doing your own hosting, or for whatever reason, you could still go in there and just mess around and practice with those two WordPress websites. Let's say you wanted to test a new plugin or an image or something like that, and you wanted to practice uploading images, or you wanted to practice writing an article, or some sort of technical thing, right? And that's where this system can really help you. So, all right, folks. Well, there you go. If I had a mic, I'd drop it right now. So I'm all done. Thanks, everyone. Does anyone have any questions?
I'm wondering if anybody has any questions.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. So regarding the WordPress installations on Wealthy Affiliate, even from the two test sites that they offer, do they give any restrictions regarding plugins or anything like that, or is it full-on wide open?
Yes, they do. There are restrictions from plugins, and one of the reasons why, there's two things that are restricted. One are any plugins that are pinging to an external server to bring back information. So, like, there are certain Amazon plugins that do some things to supposedly make your Amazon affiliate life easier. Those are restrictive because those can contain malware or anything like that. Right. Okay. And there's, if you try to install one of those plugins, it'll just say, uh-oh, those, we can't do that. The reason why is because, it melts our server, or, because, when it comes to plugins can be real game changers when it comes to building your website, but they can also they can grind your website to a halt, because
absolutely.
So there's legitimate reasons why there is a restriction policy to certain plugins, and that's really to ensure that your website maintains its speed and stuff. So between you and me, the hosting system that they're using is actually the same as Amazon. They're actually using Amazon's servers as part of their hosting. So really robust, really powerful systems.
Is there a limit on space for generation of content and things like if you want to incorporate videos and sound bites, does it restrict the total quantity?
No, there's no total quantity restriction. There is an upload limit. So if you wanted to upload your own limits, there's the default what's called, I'm going to geek out a little bit here, and there's what's called a PHP upload limit, which I think is 10 megs? No, something like that. Anyways, so if you wanted to do videos, then it's suggested that I would suggest that you would do it on WordPress and then embed them as opposed to uploading your own. Like when you get to a point where you're
anyway.
Yeah, when you're at a point where you want to upload your own videos, post your own videos, or run a membership-based site yourself, you're ready to move to a more powerful system of hosting where you have your own server where you can control that kind of situation.
Yeah, so easy. Spend your $100 a year. My God, if you're not that serious,
exactly.
If you're not that serious, there's something wrong.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of affiliate marketing, you really want to keep it the KISS mentality. So keep it simple, silly. Where you don't really want things too robust and whatnot, right? Because it really does detract from what it is you're trying to do, is get engaging people to read your content and then make sound decisions by reading your content. When you have too many distractions, like sidebars, widgets, plugins, spinning bottles, or whatever, it detracts from the content, And I think we live in a world where we are very distracted. We have a lot of shiny objects in front of our face, ranging from social media, blabs, this and that, and all that kind of stuff. And my philosophy is, if you keep your website really simple, have really good content without any distractions, you'll convert far better.
Yeah, the overall platform that you described for $47 a month is pretty dang good as far as I can tell. And even if someone has their own concept, it would be worth building their website in the midst of your platform and having it maintained. Is there any longevity
to exactly the reason I decided to do it. I do have 2 websites, but I really wanted a place where I could go and test and try different things out. Mm-hmm. So this is perfect for my purposes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you transplant just as normally? As one of the reasons I was asking about the plugins is, what if I'm using something like this for a test site, and then decided I built something I really want to save, so I can use an export plugin and transplant the entire
there are, and actually Craig can elaborate on the answer, because I know he's personal experience with the exporting of sites. There are plugins that are allowed that will allow you to export what it is that you're messing around with. So
like Backup Buddy or some of those.
Well, I found that WP Clone works really well. It grabs the full site and the database and moves it in a matter of 5 minutes. So
cool.
It's a beautiful thing. There's also, if you have one of the free sites inside WA, and you go ahead and purchase your URL, your full URL, you can move it with one click into the new one, and it does a 301 redirect. It takes care of all the background stuff that needs to happen.
Say this again. Who is this?
I'm sorry?
WP Clone.
Yeah, so that's the program, but where is the one-click transfer?
That's inside WA. That's a utility.
Oh, I see.
So if you're on a free site and you purchase a URL and you want to move that site to the one you purchased, boom, you got a move button and it takes care of it for you.
That is great.
Yeah.
So Jay, I have a question. What's the major difference between the free domains through WA and you own your own domain? Is there more leeway with when you own your own domain as to plugins and etc., all that other stuff, or is it the same limitations?
Great question. So the main difference between owning your own domain and the subdomain is, for one, you own the domain name, and it's a lot easier to rank something that is your own domain versus a subdomain. In terms of the technical aspect, they're both exactly the same. So you know, like the premium doesn't make the hosting faster or anything like that. The main difference between the starter account and the premium account are the support tools that are offered inside WA. So let me just quickly go inside and I'll show you the support tools.
And I might say, as Jay is doing all of this, there are all kinds of videos that inside the WA site that show you how to do everything.
Yeah, exactly. So if I go WordPress import, right? So we've got lots of how to import WordPress content. If I go export, right? Backing up your site using export. How to back up your website using tools export. You know, so lots of training. And these little icons, zoom in here. These little icons represent whether it's a video tutorial or it's a course. Okay. So inside WA, you've got there's different levels of support, right? So one is chat support, right? So right here. So here's someone asking a question. This is live in real time, by the way. You know, and I see there's a man without a shirt on as his avatar. It's like wicked timing, buddy. Okay, so he's starting a question saying, so how do people flow into your website? I'm just curious because and then it sounds like he's going to elaborate on his question here, right? So I would then go in and give him, you know, I would give him, hell, I'll wait till he finishes his question, but so I'll say, well, here's the system, right? You can share your stuff through social media, and that'll bring stuff in, you know, and I can elaborate on, you know, doing guest posts or doing Google Hangouts, et cetera, you know, and then off of that kind of live support and in real time. Okay, so now let's say that, you know, it's in the middle of the night, whereas like there's other people there, everyone's asleep and not as many people are on there, or for whatever reason he doesn't get his answer right away. Well, what he can do then is he can write either so here, zoom in. He can write new training, new blog, build a new website, or ask a question. So then if I click on ask a question, zoom back out here. There we go. Here, let me start that again. I can ask a question, right? So, you know, what is the best way to drive traffic? Oops. There you go. Does anyone know the best way to drive traffic to your website? Okay, and then it goes, choose a classroom. So these are categories, right? So we can determine, let's see, we would put it in probably search engine optimization. I would then submit my question, and then that question would show up here. Okay? And we can go from there. So that in essence gives you that live chat support, okay? And so as who was it? Roland was saying, like, you know, that's a good value. And I wasn't even talking about, you know, all of the support portals that you have here, okay? So if you factor in all the technical elements plus the actual support, and who's this? Doing well, thanks. And you know, there's some people that just come in, they pay their $47, they just like having a close-knit family, just like hanging out with other people, right? And people find value in that as well. And I think that's great. You know, it's almost like a private club that you get to hang out with. So,
So Jay,
Yes.
I know it's going to be hard to beat the 47 a month, but a lot of people will want something of a starter nature to get their feet wet. I know that you've got the 2 websites free, and that kind of eliminates the need to go elsewhere. But if you were to do a comparative review of what's available other than WA, like the Google tools and stuff like that, what would you need to make a reasonably comparative combination of tools that you could do the similar stuff with, so that we can express the value of what WA presents for?
Yeah. No, I understand. I understand what you're talking about. So it's hard to compare, to be honest with you, because if we were to take all the existing tools that W offers, so hosting, support, so like live support, real-time support, the keyword tools, the blogging platform, the education that you're getting, all of these different things, and if you were to grab these things from different sources, I mean, your cost could be, it could be, maybe it could be 47 a month, maybe it could be more. I personally think it would end up being more, because if you grab hosting, so hosting costs, if you want to get good quality hosting, anywhere from $10 to $30 a month. Okay, so let's say it's $15 a month, so $15 a month. Next, you need some sort of keyword tool. Now, yeah, you can use Google AdWords keyword tool, which is called Google Keyword Planner. Although my personal opinion is I don't think it's as accurate, because their better interest in that keyword tool is to get you to buy ads. And I've used it, and it's very complex in terms of making sure, if you want quality keyword results from that tool, there's many steps that you have to do to ensure that it's actually quality, right? So,
so the tools that you showed are all available in the starter package,
with the exception of Jaxi. So Jaxi is actually an external one.
Yeah.
I helped develop Jaxi, so I love using it. But as I said earlier, W has a keyword tool inside it. Okay. So, and it's just called Keyword Tools inside the tools area.
Jay, there's another thing that I would add, and maybe you were going to do it, but when I just remember Anna when she was saying that she was starting up and trying to learn how to get all set up and how to get in the back end and what to do, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
And for somebody who's starting from zero, there are instruction videos in there that there's a course that takes you through every step.
Yep.
And gives you visuals and videos and everything that would tell you, explain how it works. That's the one of the pieces that I've been working my way through those. Mm-hmm. Not that I don't know, but I just wanted to see what's there. Mm-hmm. And I mean, for a newbie who is really starting from zero, it explains what things mean, how things interact, what it is, why you might want to do this, and then how to do it.
Yep, exactly.
So it's I mean, to find all of that in under one roof is pretty well impossible, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to mention too, just as a brand new member, and I'm not trying to sell Wealthy Affiliate, but you get that free membership for as long as you want. But if in the first 7 days you go to premium, you get a month at $19. So that's pretty amazing. You can get, especially if you have a bit of time, if you're willing to, if you sort of time it like, okay, I know I've got a couple weeks this month, I'm going to really spend some time. For $20, you can really check this thing out and look through a lot of lessons. Yeah. And then after that, you're on to the $47 a month, though, of course, there has also been a little email saying Black Friday, they're going to do some special deal. And I've also noticed there is an annual rate, and if you pay
Yes.
for a whole year, it goes down to about $30 a month. So
yes, that's
to
correct.
me, that's well worth. I mean, you kind of have to give yourself a year if you want to try something new. It's like, okay, I'm willing to commit to a year. $300. I mean, I've blown that money in numerous ways, and I'm a very thrifty person. But I think it's I think you really can get value for money. The other thing I wanted to say briefly is I have had to watch many online courses, mostly to do with bookkeeping, and I don't find bookkeeping boring, but almost every online course that I have ever taken puts me to sleep. Wealthy Affiliate is very fun. It's very lighthearted. All of the videos, all the blogs are very casual. It's got that same sort of feel as you have here, Jay. And it's engaging. I mean, I'm lying there on the couch in the evening on my tablet watching the Wealthy Affiliate videos instead of watching TV, and it's quite fun. So, yeah. I mean, I've been very pleased so far, and I'm a hard sell.
That's awesome. There's a couple things that you said that really nailed home and I really wanted to emphasize is that you said, you need to really commit to a year to do this. And, one of the biggest things that I see is a lot of people are coming in from other internet marketing or make money online type courses where their promise is like, hey, you can make money within, you can make an automated cash cow ATM where you can make thousands of dollars within minutes. And then they get scammed. So they're coming in and there's thousands of these different types of courses, right? And so they're coming in with their guards up, and they're coming in and they ask these very common questions. How long does it take to make money? And how quick do I get started? When will I? And they put these date stamps behind these things, right? Because they've come in and they've been conditioned to think that you're going to start doing this within a week. You're going to build a profit in a week. To be honest with you, there's people that have built profit within a week there, right? But there's also people that are in there and they haven't built profit yet. And there's people that have been in there, like, for example, I know there's a guy, his name is Par, his username, Par, and he's been in there for 12 months, so he's been a WA member for a year. He has one niche website, and it's on gaming computers. And he is now making $4,000 a month from Amazon as a result of it being in there. He's 21. Yeah. So but what he's done is he had that same mentality. He says, okay, I'm going to do the year, and I'm going to really commit to this. And that is the result of it. He got rid of any other distractions, really nailed it down, and went in and asked questions. That's really important. He went in and asked questions when he needed to. He would go into live chat. He would ask questions in the Ask Question portal. And that's the other thing that I wanted to mention that Anne said is that WA is very engaging, and that I think is really important. Is to engage within the community because it's really going to help. I personally have built many relationships within WA. And it's been absolutely fantastic, right? So, and for those of you who are in YYJ, Canadian, the co-founders are actually from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. They're Canadian. As you saw, I met the guys and I know them quite well. Traveled with them. So yeah, it's great.
So Jay, I haven't seen any email about Black Friday. Where would I look for that?
You'll probably get one on Thursday night, but it's the Black Friday is $2.99.
Wow!
So it's for the annual membership, and that's actually you would be getting, if you broke it down per month, you would actually your monthly cost would be less than when Wealthy Affiliate first started up 10 years ago, because it was $29 a month.
Yeah, because that's $24.91.
Look at you, Anne.
Almost have that baby going.
A true accountant,
right?
Yeah.
$36. So add a little bit onto that.
Yeah, 70%.
So I'm looking at the clock, folks,
yeah.
and we're well over our hour. but I felt it was important for us to go through the whole presentation because it does. It's very informative. I learned a lot from. I think everybody learned a lot from your presentation, and so that's the reason we're running over. So I want to thank you so much, Jay. And I think it's now time to wrap up today's conversation. And I just with a reminder for people outside, please be sure to join the Being Your Own CEO community. If you're watching what's going on in Google right now, it's going to be communities and collections are going to be way more important than they have ever been before. So, if YouTube is your pleasure, please join my channel or subscribe to my channel. There's quite a bit of information there. So thank you all so much for joining in this morning and participating, and a special thanks to you, Jay, for a really interesting and informative presentation.
Well, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, right on.
Thanks, Jay.